What's up, guys? We are here. This is Andy Isom. I'm here with our Learn How Business Strategy session number 2. And I've got a lot of new changes to talk about today in this session. I'm also going to get to some questions that were asked on the last session and on Instagram as well. So I'm going to answer a few of those questions. And if you are watching live, or if you are watching the replay, or if you're listening, which is something that I think I might try to do, is I might try to record this episode and kind of use it as maybe a podcast. For those of you who have followed me for a little while, you might have seen my podcast that I did for a while. I'm considering and thinking of ways that I can maybe get back into doing that. So I might use some of these live sessions as podcast episodes. So whether you're watching live, replay, or listening, feel free to shoot me comments. Let me know your business questions, and I'm going to use this platform to kind of answer some of those questions and talk about my own personal strategy for my online business. All right, so just a little bit. So like I said, what to expect in this episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about CVX. I went to the CVX YouTube/social media conference here in Utah this past weekend. So I'm going to talk about some insights that I had while I was there. And like I mentioned, I'm also going to get to some questions from the last week's video. So let's actually start off with those questions that some people were leaving from the video last time, and they were also leaving me some questions on Instagram. Brad Riggs asked, if I really have a 9 to 5 job, a full-time job, or if I just tell people that. A lot of people ask me this because they see me, at my house all the time and, doing random stuff during the day. I do have a full-time job. I actually work for a medical device company. But the thing is that I have learned to complete my job and do my tasks from wherever I need to be. If any of you guys have ever read The 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, I highly recommend it if you haven't. But something that he talks about is basically what I've applied to my life as far as my full-time job goes. Is I've shown my boss that I am perfectly capable of completing my tasks and doing my work at any time of day from wherever I am. So I work off of a laptop. And so if I need to do something for work at 6 a.m. from my laptop, I do it. If I need to do something at 8 p.m., I do it. I do it from my house. I do it from the library. I do it from my car. I do it at work. I do it at the office. I do it wherever I am and whenever I need to do it. So I've kind of been able to build that trust where I can get the job done when and wherever I need to, which gives me a lot of freedom to work from home, to work whenever I need to work. So that's, I guess, kind of how the 9 to 5 thing comes up. And a lot of people are curious as to how I have, I guess, so much free time, or what appears to be free time. Kevin Shoemaker also asked if this was my full-time job, as in my YouTube channel and websites. It is not my full-time job, meaning it is not my full-time income. I do not rely solely on the money that I make from my online business to pay my mortgage and pay my bills and all that kind of good stuff. So yes, I do have a full-time job that helps me pay for all those bills. And all the money that I make from my online business, I currently invest back into my business to grow it even more. So that's a strategy that I recommend to anyone who is thinking about getting started in online business. Side hustling is definitely the way to go in my opinion. So keep your job, keep your day job, whatever it is, whatever you can do. Pay the bills, try to save some money, and use that money to invest into your side hustle. You're not going to make it very far in your side hustle or in your online business if you're not willing to invest in it. So you're going to need to find a way to make some money initially to put into your business, whether that's to start a website or a Shopify store, whatever type of business you're doing. So yeah, I definitely recommend the side hustle. Another question was left on the YouTube channel by my brother Russ about YouTube and how it's with YouTube, who was thinking about getting started with YouTube. What would you do? The first thing that I would say, my biggest advice to anyone who's getting started with YouTube, would be just to get started. Getting started is one of the hardest parts of doing a YouTube channel. It does not have to be. If you want, go to my YouTube channel, look at my very first video. It was not perfect. I did the best with what I had. I filmed that on an iPhone. I did not have a microphone. I used the microphone that was on my iPhone. I made some DIY lights, and I've actually got a video on my YouTube channel that will show you how to do that. But yeah, I made the best with what I had. I hung a white bed sheet behind me as a backdrop. And then slowly over time, I have invested in equipment. I've upgraded my gear. I've upgraded my, I guess, my process for ways to improve. So when you're getting an iPhone, use a GoPro, use whatever camera you have, film a video. If you don't have a nice fancy editing software like Premiere or what's the other one? What is that other one that people use? Final Cut, I think it is. Yeah, if you don't have a fancy editing program, use iMovie. Use something for free and just put something out there. Because I promise you, when you put out your first YouTube video, you are going to totally judge yourself. You're going to think that you look ridiculous. You're going to think that you sound ridiculous. You're going to, and to be honest, it probably does. But the point is that you're going to get better, and it's just going to be the first step in building that confidence to continue forward. So really, it just comes down to when you're starting a YouTube channel, just do it. Just make a video, edit it, and put it out there. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Don't wait until you have all the nice equipment. Don't wait for the perfect time. Do it today. Do it right now. Edit it and put it up there. It's not going to be perfect, but as you keep putting more and more content out, your content is going to get better and better. So that's my advice for anyone who's starting YouTube, is to just do it and stop overthinking it. Okay, so I think that pretty much answers most of the questions that we had from the last session and people that were leaving comments on Instagram and stuff. And like I said, if you watch this or listen to this on replay, feel free to leave a comment and I'll go through and look at them and then try my best to answer them in the next live session. But I want to talk a little bit about CVX and a few changes that I guess that I'll be making to my YouTube channel, and some things that I'm working on right now and things that you can expect to see here soon. So CVX, if you're unfamiliar, it is a YouTube / social media, I guess they call it now, conference that they do every year here in Utah. And it's very focused on like bloggers, or I guess vloggers, because we're talking video here, vloggers. And so there's a lot of vlogger moms, families, a lot of famous vloggers. So people are there to meet their like favorite YouTubers. But there are some interesting classes. And so I was able to go to a lot of classes that teach YouTube and I guess social media strategies. And while I was there, there was a lot of things that stuck out to me. I guess the main theme this year that I thought was interesting was there wasn't a whole lot of talking about like SEO and like titles, tags, descriptions, making your YouTube videos like search engine friendly and optimized and all that fancy stuff. A lot of the focus this year from a lot of the big creators was optimized for people and not for robots, because Google continues to get smarter. So tactics of keyword stuffing don't really work anymore. And it's kind of it's interesting. Tim Schmoyer, a very popular strategy guy, he was talking about this, and he was talking about, YouTube's smart. They can tell exactly what your video is about without even putting a title. So he was talking about an example of a video that he put out that actually was really successful. And instead of putting like a super descriptive title, his title said, "Do this." That's all it said, "Do this." He didn't do a description. He didn't do tags or anything. And the thing is YouTube / Google, they're so smart that they'll just like push your video out there and they'll see what kind of the feedback is based on watch time and different factors and click-through rates and things like that. They can tell very quickly exactly what your video is about without even needing to look at the title or description or tags. Another example that he gave is you could make a video that is, let's say you film a video about dogs. So in the video is a dog, it's your dog, you're playing with your dog, something would do with dogs and only dogs. But let's say for the title, you put playing with my cat, and in the description you write cats and cats and cats, and you're trying to use tags that say cats, but in the video is dogs. Well, YouTube's going to show that to cat people, and if cat people immediately click away, then YouTube's going to learn, oh, that's actually not for cat people. Then they're going to show it to dog people, and then maybe the dog people are going to say, oh, wait, the title says cats, but he's talking about dogs. And so they end up watching it. So YouTube figures out based on the audience's reactions and those kind of signals, audience signals, viewer signals, they can tell exactly what your video is about without even needing to look at the title and description. Now, I'm not going to say don't do titles, descriptions, tags. I still do it. It's important, but you're not going to feel like trick way to trick the system and use title tag to rank. You're not going to outsmart Google. Just make sure you're making good content. That's pretty much the lesson here. What's up, Arnold? Thanks for leaving a comment. You have links leading away from YouTube. YouTube doesn't like that. That is very 100% true. YouTube does not like links leading away from YouTube. A strategy that a lot of YouTubers will teach is certain videos. So you want to keep people on YouTube. YouTube is just like Facebook, any other social media platform. They want you to stay because they want you to view more ads. That's how they make money. That's how Facebook makes money. That's how YouTube makes money. So they want you to stay on their platform, keep watching content, keep viewing ads. However, you need to consider YouTube's best own as an strategy we're teaching here. So if you're in business, you are going to eventually need to lead people away from YouTube. You're going to need to lead people to your website. You're going to need to lead people to your email list. You need to think about building your own business as well. If you never link away from YouTube in any of your videos, if you never link people to your website or your lead magnets or whatever you're using to build your business, you're not going to make any money. Your only chance of making money on YouTube in that case is from ad revenue or sponsored brand deals. If a brand pays you to make a video, that's it. So, although I do understand that links do not look in the eyes of YouTube, they are necessary. So you kind of have to play the game and be smart with it. Some videos you might say, hey, go check out this link to my website. And in another video say, you know what, watch this next video. Maybe you don't have a link in that video because you want to keep people on the platform a little bit longer. It's a tricky game. I get it, Arnold. It's a tricky game, but it is a game that I believe is very necessary to play if you are serious about actually building your business online through YouTube. Okay, so sorry, let's get back to CVX really quickly. I just wanted to make sure I hit that comment really quick. So going back to YouTube, while we're on the topic at CVX, optimize for people, not for robots. Think about how you're going to make content that's good for the people that are watching your videos. Use the titles, use the descriptions, use the tags. That's still important in my opinion, but it's not going to make or break your video. So don't stress out too much about it. Some other things that I learned at CVX, something that I learned that was really good about affiliate marketing. I'm going to throw this out here right now because it's a change that I made to some of my older videos. So, excuse me. So I was watching a class from a young lady who does a lot of affiliate marketing on YouTube. He reminded me that it is very important to use the Pretty Links plugin for WordPress so that your affiliate links look nice. Something that I have always done is I've used Tiny URL. It's like a bit.ly where it like shortens your URL to put links in descriptions for affiliate products or for things like that. But those links look pretty trashy and they look kind of sketchy. So it kind of looks like when you look at it, oh my gosh, I'm going to get a virus if I click on that link. But with the Pretty Links plugin with WordPress, you can actually customize any link you want and make it say whatever you want. So I changed, for example, my videos that are affiliates for MacPaw for Clean My Mac 3. They used to be like these tiny URL, like really ugly links. I went to Pretty Links plugin on my website and made a custom link that says learnhowgroup.com/cleanmymac. And now that link will take you directly to the Clean My Mac website. It's just like a redirect, but it looks a lot nicer. So that was something that I thought was really awesome, is use the Pretty Links plugin for WordPress to make your affiliate links look nice so people are more willing to click on them. Some other things that I learned about, I went to a lot of classes, I guess, about advertising and sales this year, not so much about YouTube. But I learned a lot of good things about some ad strategies that I'm going to be implementing here soon on my channel. So yeah, looking forward to doing some of those things. I want to go back to Tim Schmoyer. I actually went to 2 of his classes and they were both amazing. I've watched Tim for a long time. If you're getting started on YouTube, I highly recommend checking out his channel because he'll teach a lot of great strategy for new YouTubers. But in his second class, he talked a lot about a business model, having a business model for your YouTube channel. And some things that he said that really stuck out to me is to focus on your target audience and target yourself. So a lot of times the content that you create on YouTube is content that you want or content that you think is useful or it's content, I guess, that you think is entertaining for yourself personally. So think about yourself. What kind of stuff do you want to see? What kind of stuff would you want to watch? Maybe that's your target audience. Some other things he talked about. Think about what you believe. What do you believe? What is your theme? Shared beliefs build the strongest communities. So if you're trying to build a community on YouTube, think about your shared beliefs that you and your audience have and talk about those beliefs. That's something that I'm going to try to get into a lot more here in my videos. Some other things that he talked about, working on your business and not in your business. That's something that a trap that I fall into a lot. I feel like I'm being busy because I'm like looking at random stuff on my YouTube and blah, blah, blah in my business, but I'm not actually working on me too. India, that is awesome. I actually have a handful of viewers from India. So I think that's awesome. I think the economy for online business in India is wide open for the taking. So yeah, if you are in India, you could definitely be killing it with online business. So keep up the hustle. Okay. Let me talk about a few changes that I'm making to my YouTube channel because I think that this is important. These changes are based on what I've learned at CVX. Some ideas that I had, some ways that I wanted to improve my channel. I actually got a new desk. I'm getting a lot of new equipment just to up the quality of my videos. But the biggest change that I'm making to my YouTube channel is that I'm going to focus down even more narrow, if that makes sense. Just to give you an idea, my slogan for the longest time, it was helping people learn how to use technology to improve their lifestyle. If you watch any of my videos, you've probably heard that over and over. Hi, I'm Andy, and I'm here to help you learn how to use technology to improve your lifestyle. That's what I want to do. I want to help you learn how to use technology, learn how to use apps, software, hardware, devices to improve your lifestyle, to make your life easier. I think that that's why we have technology, is to make life easier. So that was my goal. However, I found something that was happening with my YouTube channel. I'm getting a good amount of views on my channel daily, and I'm growing in subscribers. But something that I've noticed is that 99% of my views on my channel come from non-subscribers. So what does that mean? That means that people who are subscribed to my channel are not watching my new videos. But people who are watching my videos are not subscribed to my channel. And I was thinking about that, and it really clicked to me. It makes total sense. I'm making a ton of tutorial videos. How to use iCloud, how to edit a video, how to fix a disc, how to set up lights, how to share a Facebook post, like random how-to videos that I think are useful for different people. But the problem is that these videos do great for YouTube search. I get a lot of views for YouTube search because it's kind of the type of content where someone like comes to YouTube, searches because they can't figure out how to do something. They search for it, how to use Google Voice, find my video, watch it. Great. That was awesome. Sweet. Thank you. See ya. Like, to never be heard of again. So that is my viewer as of right now, those types of people. But in order to build like a community, which my goal is, I want to build a community of like-minded individuals, people that have the same shared beliefs as me, people who have the same goals as me, that sort of thing. In order to build that community, I need to focus down on my target audience. So my target audience right now is kind of just all over the place. It's just like whoever is searching for that specific video. So I don't really have like an actual person in mind of like, this is the type of person that I want to create content for. Excuse me. So I got to thinking, you know what? How can I focus down? And I got thinking back to Tim, what I was saying earlier in the video. Target yourself. Like, what do I want to see? What would I want to see in a video? What kind of channel would I want to be a part of? And so I've been doing, I've been chasing two rabbits. Like, I've been creating online business type of content and then just like random iPhone content. I even have a website, Learn How Blogging, that teaches how to start a blog and make it a business. And then I've got Learn How Group, which is like random iPhone and just random software tutorials. And then I did the podcast, which was all about business. My true passion has always been business. I mean, it's what I studied in school. It's like the reason I'm doing this, because I just love online business. And I also love technology. I also love using technology to build an online business. So I had this like aha moment from helping people learn how to use technology to improve their lifestyle to learn how to use technology to build an online business and create a life of freedom. That is exactly what my goal is with my YouTube channel. I'm building a YouTube channel using technology, using software, using YouTube, using programs, using apps to build an online business to create a life of freedom. Freedom to do what I want, where I want, when I want, how I want to. I don't want to work for someone else. I want to work on my own terms, make my own money, have my own freedom. So I'm like, hey, that's me. That's what I want to do. I want to help other people who have that exact same mentality. Excuse me. So if you want to learn how to use technology, learn how to use the tools, the software, the apps to build an online business, to create a life of freedom for yourself, this is the channel for you. That's my goal. Okay. So that's, I guess, the biggest change that I'm making is you're going to start to see a lot more business focused videos, not so much random videos of like iPhones and just like random things. I do have a bunch of videos scheduled out for the next few weeks. So yeah, you will see some of those videos coming out on my channel. But after those videos are done, it's going to kind of start to phase into this business focused channel. Let me get to a comment here really quickly. MJ2 from India. Can I connect my AdSense account with another or different or several YouTube channels on Google account? I understand your question. You have one AdSense account, right? Because it's just with your name and your bank or whatever. But you have different YouTube channels that are all on different like Gmails, because every YouTube channel has to be connected to a Google account. If that's the question that I understand correctly. I believe that, you know what? I don't want to tell you something and have it not be right. So I'm not even going to like say what I think it is. Well, I think that you can connect different YouTube channels to the same AdSense. And this is why. You can connect different websites, same Google. So I have one Google Analytics account, which also can be tied to one Google AdSense account, which they are in this case. But I have multiple websites, YouTube channels using AdSense. So I'm not really sure about you can do it for multiple websites. So for multiple YouTube channels, I'm not super sure if you can all link them all to the same Google AdSense account, or if you have to set up separate Google AdSense accounts. I'll look into that, and maybe in the next video I can touch on that question a little bit better. Sorry, I know that wasn't super useful. You kind of caught me with that one. Let me see. Let me finish up here with some other things. So going back to the changes on my channel, like I said, I'm going to be focused a lot more on like technology tutorials for business, for building an online business. I actually just finished editing a full video course for bloggers to help you learn how to increase traffic to your blog. So if you're a blogger, you're starting a blog, you have a new blog, you're going to want to check that out when it comes out. It's going to be on my website, learnhowblogging.com. I already have a free guide on there, but this video course is very, very informative and actually shows you step by step in all these different programs that I use and the strategy behind it and how they all work together. It's really cool. So I would definitely recommend it if you are a blogger or are considering starting a blog. Like I said, that's going to be on learnhowblogging.com. that pretty much sums up, I guess, the changes that I'm making to my YouTube channel as far as focusing more on business. I still have my Facebook group for blogging. I still have my 2 websites. And like I said, I'm going to try to see if I can get back into the podcast a little bit. Might use some of these YouTube live strategy sessions as episodes if you find them useful. I love podcasts and I actually love recording podcasts. I just was having a hard time finding time for it. So if I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone here with the YouTube live and with the podcast, then that is something that I definitely will consider doing. All right, guys. If you have any more questions for me as far as business strategy, like I said, feel free to leave a comment on this video or on Instagram. You can DM me, whatever. And then in the next live session, I'll get to your questions and try to give you some more updates on where I am in my business, what changes I'm making, kind of what things I'm doing to help you grow your online business as well. Thank you guys for those of you who did tune in live. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys again really soon. Alrighty, take care.